What's up, YouTube? This is Sly88 Fry here. Yes, I got a haircut recently. I'm glad I did because my hair was getting way out of hand. Now I'm going to look better on video, too. That said, let's do a short React video. It should be, well, okay, it will be relatively short. It's not going to be super short. I'm actually reacting to a video that's 15 minutes long that just came out earlier today. It's the newest Angry Video Game Nerd video, and like I said, it just came out today. Legend of Kage. I didn't play it when it was new on the NES. I was born in 1988, and I grew up mostly playing Super Nintendo by a lot, and Sega Genesis. I also grew up playing N64 quite a lot as well, thanks to Perfect Dark. And yes, GoldenEye came out for it. GoldenEye was a lot of fun, but turn off your nostalgia goggles. Perfect Dark was by the same company and had many improvements above GoldenEye in many ways, and this is me talking about who played both games back when they were new. I also I grew up playing the original PlayStation. So, I didn't play much NES. I do recall before I started really even getting into video games, we did have an NES at home. But when I started getting into them, I was playing the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. And later on, one of my older brothers, the one we never talk about, actually got the NES version 2 with a top loader, which I thought was pretty cool because the controller was like a Super Nintendo controller. Anyways, moving on. It'd take too long for me to talk about all the systems I've played. That said, I do have other Angry Video Game Nerd reacts I have recorded. Now, the one for the Jurassic Park game last year, I deleted the recording. I decided, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to do react videos to things that didn't happen and that weren't uploaded in 2020. And I've deleted a bunch of other videos I record reacts to that I just never got around to editing or never got around to uploading. Because I still got to prioritize making sure to upload reacts to new stuff, or else the views just don't really come in at all. I mean, I don't get that many views to begin with. But anyways, that video's gone. But I do have 2 AVGN videos I recorded earlier, reacts to earlier this year, that I have yet to upload, that I did do some editing on. And I do realize if I upload them now, they're going to not get as many views as they would if I uploaded them then. But I'm going to go ahead and upload them anyways since they came out this year, just to get them out of the way. Plus, I did a lot of editing for them already. I just got to do the finishing touches. I also got a new Scott the Woz react I've been working on as well, and I have some other future plans, like a what-if theory, original video that is a what-if theory for Family Guy. Anyways, let's watch this new video from AVGN.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
Bring back Kyle Justin.
But first, a message from our sponsor.
Oh, no. Oh, I was going to mention my experience with Legend of Kage. I played Legend of Kage by downloading it onto the Wii Virtual Console because I thought it was a game I remember seeing my older brothers play on their old NES, but it's a completely different game. I tried playing this game on the through the Wii Virtual Console. I hated it, so I'm with you on this one, nerd. This game's too hard. Everything kills you in one hit. You have to have the reflexes of an actual ninja to play this game.
Oh yeah. Guess what? The toaster's been fixed. Thank you very much. So now I can play those crappy games with toasty warmth goodness. And now it even has HDMI. So those 8-bit pixels are going to look oh so good. It's better than sliced bread. And speaking of sliced bread, I got a loaf of shit for this very occasion. Let's see what kind of shitty games are in here. Legend of Kage. Like Johnny Cage?
Nope.
Or even better, Nicolas Cage. Yeah! Running around screaming you're a vampire while collecting the alphabet, getting your face swarmed with bees, punching people in bear costumes, screaming Purple Rain at karaoke joints. But hang on now, relax. It's not Legend of Kage, it's Legend of Kage, or Shadow in Japanese.
Oh.
But thank you for already commenting on it. Before the internet, it was anyone's guess. Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ryu, Ru, Guile, Guli, Guili, Dalsum, Zangief, Keen.
Ken.
It's Ken, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Ken got off pretty easy. But I'm not saying Blanca, because Blanca sounds like Blanket Man. So I'm going with Blanca, like the actor Tom Hanks driving a tonk on his way to the bonk. Okay, enough.
What?
Let's pop this fucker in.
Blanca, that was a reference to his, that reminds me of his 2010 episode of Street Fighter 2010, which was one of the few times he reviewed a good game, Street Fighter 2010. It's not bad, it's not great, it's fairly good, though. And it's available on the 3DS
You play as a
Virtual
pantsless
Console.
dude in a skimpy bathrobe and sock suspenders. I guess you're a ninja dad trying to rescue his princess daughter from just regular ninjas. And before you rip on me for calling it a bathrobe, just look at the cartridge and tell me that isn't a terry cloth robe he's wearing.
That does look like a robe, yes.
This is from the primordial age of NES, when it was amazing enough just to see anything with graphics that were a step up from Atari. Also, games tended to be shorter, with high scores being the main goal, and many were ports of arcade games. This game, in fact, was in the arcade before it hit the NES. So the point is, I can't be that hard on it, because it can't be that bad. Oh, here we go. The controls are the first thing to alert you that there's nothing in the world of fuck that could save this from going down in the annals of history.
From my memory playing this on the Wii Virtual Console, the controls didn't seem like they were the problem, but then again, his jump is ridiculous.
As one of those games that went down the annals. The jump button is up on the D-pad.
Yeah,
and tournament fighters, I'm fine with that. But when you're playing a side-scrolling action game, you underestimate how many times your thumb accidentally slides across the up position. It wouldn't be that big a deal, but look how high he jumps. Every slip, you gotta wait for him to come back down. A mistake like that has all the frustration of getting on a wrong plane and waiting for it to land. So I had to invent the Legend of Kage controller. Put a wad of gum over the up button. This guy should have a jumping contest with the dude from Fist of the North Star. Why do ninjas jump so high? Imagine if ninjas jumped on the moon. They'd be launching themselves far out into space.
Yeah.
Which actually happened in the movie Ninjas on the Moon, the 83 version.
Oh, yeah.
And when Ninja Dad jumps
I think he trolled us with that. I don't think that exists. Kind of like Dr. Claw's dump and pump for the Sega Genesis on his Kid Cool episode.
8 feet in the air, he flashes his balls and ass to everyone on the ground. What a shitty day when you get a shuriken thrown in your face just before you get treated to a nice view of his ningenitals. Let me clarify. His name's not Ninja Dad. It's Kage, or Kage, like the title. Some of you might have commented on that just now, or you just got done Googling ninjas on the moon. If it exists, it was just a damn good guess. Also, in most games, you're running to the right, but here, you're going left. Now, there's a reason for that. It's the same reason why the alphabet rhymes. I don't fucking know. The B button throws ninja stars, shurikens, or maybe they're jacks, who knows. The A button is a short-range attack that looks like he's swinging a drumstick or something. Now, when I say short, I mean, look, it doesn't even extend outside the character's body. It's a miracle you can even hit your enemies. Just think, somewhere there exists a hitbox, but the weapon's reach is below 0. It's in the negative zone. How does this kind of thing happen? Why would we ever want to use this pathetic weapon? This is what we sacrificed the jump button for? What were they thinking?
Yeah, no kidding.
Now that I got the controls out of the way, let me say the character you play as is called an Iga Ninja, as in I'm eager to throw this game in a fucking wood chipper. At the end of the level, you fight a boss. Now, let's talk about this boss. Oh, he's dead. Okay. In level 2, you're running around a river and have to kill 10 ninjas. That's it. Level 3, you just jump to the top while avoiding a bunch of shit. If you zigzag, it's pretty easy, but sometimes I get killed without even knowing what happened. The strobing background makes it almost impossible to see enemy ninja stars. It's frustrating as fuck, and when you die, you have to watch Kage plummet. In level 4, you have to get to the end and save the princess, where you escape by jumping off the building. Wow, don't you love that solid blue sky? I can't even tell if they're moving. Oh, there they go. Man, that was a long drop. How did they go right back to full sprint? Their ankles would be bone dust. I get that Kage is a highly trained super ninja, but the princess doesn't have any special powers that I know of. But damn, she sure walks that shit off. And
they could have added some clouds there too, to make it look like to make it so it didn't look like you weren't moving.
Then she gets kidnapped again? What is this, like the Bowser cliche? And next thing, you're back at the first level.
Yep.
Makes sense. The game's an arcade port, so it's all about getting that high score. The same levels repeat over and over again.
That sucks.
Arcade tradition or lazy design?
Both.
Yeah, don't expect much from this shit heap. But hey, at least the game has a pause button. Yeah. A pause button. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty incredible compared to some of the bubbling puss-fuck bullcock I've played. I mean, the game doesn't glitch out and freeze halfway through, so count your fucking blessings! The replay value's there, if you consider cheap difficulty and dying over and over again, giving you countless hours of gameplay. Going back to the ultra-high jumping, it also gets me killed because you can't control it. Kage can't change direction mid-air, so once you commit to a jump, you better hope a ninja star doesn't embed itself in your ninja rectum.
That's
Kage only has 3 lives and dies in 1 hit. No continues. No fucking continues!
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to get you through, so you'll be seeing a lot of this title screen. Sometimes I'll lose a life, only to immediately die after coming back. Ninjas can appear directly in front of you right after respawning, giving you a micro-dick second to respond. Ass! And enjoy the fucking music. It's like listening to a chalkboard getting gangbanged by every nail in Home Depot.
Yeah, this is why I never actually bothered with this game again after I had downloaded it on the Wii Virtual Console, because this game is fucked up how hard it is. Like, it really is. Everything, you die in 1 hit, enemies just come out of nowhere, you have to react super fast, and I just remembered that, you can actually die right after you respawn. It's fucking terrible.
I can deal with 1 bad song, okay? 1 bad song. But not when it's the only fucking song in the game!
Yeah.
On your way, Kage can collect power-ups. Some are pretty helpful, like these balls. Enemies will drop their balls that will give you an extra hit point, a new bathrobe color, and a bigger shuriken. When you collect 2 balls, your robe turns piss yellow and you actually run faster. Getting hit will change you back to the original red and make your ninja star puny, no matter how many balls you have. Also, there's these weird guys that walk around in the sky. I have no clue who they are or what they are, and they all do different things. The ones that look like red Pac-Man ghosts will either give you an enhanced shuriken attack where they shoot in all directions, or it makes Kage turn into 2 Kages. You're also invincible for a limited time. Gray, dig-dug looking guys give you 10,000 points because you really want that high score, right? I mean, who doesn't want to have the high score to a home version of an arcade game? Is that something you want to brag about? I mean, what are you going to say? Hey, ladies, you know I got the high score in Legend of Kage. It's at home on my NES. I've left it on just for you. You want to check it out? It's been on for days. I mean, weeks. Years. I'm just leaving it on there till somebody cares and comes over and checks out my fucking goddamn high score in Legend of Kage on NES.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't worked. How the hell do you get the highest score? Because it doesn't save. It's probably just the highest score on your own console. It might not even be the highest score of all time. But well, yeah, I'm surprised it didn't work. Wouldn't you think that would work?
Another pointless item you can grab is the hot dog, or scroll, whatever. They're real hard to see, and they pop up randomly. When you get it, Kage freezes and the screen flashes. All ninjas that come by spontaneously go stiff and fall over like Tennessee fainting goats. Have fun Googling that one. You can't move while it's happening. Goats. You just wait while this creepy fucking sound drones over you like a haunting siren. It's the perfect soundtrack to fainting goat ninjas landing on the ground.
Whew, boy. Kage has some real horrifying hot dog farts.
This game is an existential looping nightmare. Every time you rescue the princess, she gets captured again and again and again. And the season changes from summer to fall to winter. And I guess back to summer again because fuck the spring.
Well, that's the game. And now we know what the legend of Kage is. The legend of a long time ago, there is this jumpy asshole in a bathrobe who flashes his ball sack and spreads his hot dog farts around while letting a princess get captured again and again and again for a whole year and probably eternity. And if you play through enough loops, guess what? You get to see the ending.
Kage successfully saved Princess Kiri from the enemy. All the evils disappeared and the peace pervaded everywhere. This was a story of a young ninja in old days in Japan. Sure it was.
Kage successfully saved Princess Kiri from the enemy.
Okay, straight to the point. No need to embellish it. You know, hero saved the princess. That's all. Doesn't even deserve an exclamation mark.
All the evils disappeared and the peace pervaded everywhere.
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Evils? As in multiple evils of different kinds? Well, maybe some enemies were in the evil of capturing the princess while others were in the evil of taking shits in chimneys. And peace pervaded?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look up the word.
Pervade, especially of a smell, to spread through and be perceived in every part of. A smell of stale cabbage pervaded the air.
Boy, that sums it up. Now, the peace pervaded makes sense, but the choice of word only makes me think of the foul stench of feces that pervade the very room this game is in.
Yeah.
This was a story of a young ninja in old days in Japan.
Oh, I wasn't aware till now. He's a young ninja in old days in Japan. Sounds like the opening to a story, not the ending. It might as well say, you successfully shit the turd of this ass game. The smell pervaded. This was once upon a time.
And if you wonder what the arcade version's like, well, it's the same game with better graphics and music, as expected. Even the song is the same, but it's not as bad. It sounds more like a nail making sweet love to a chalkboard, rather than a hardcore nail-on-chalkboard gangbang like the NES.
Yeah, this definitely sounds better.
It also has none of the power-ups from the NES version, so it actually manages to be even boringer than the NES. What's weird, that even got released on the Switch. It even got a sequel on the Nintendo DS. I don't know anyone who was that into this game as a kid or whatever, but
yeah, no
I guess
kidding.
Some people liked it. Even the arcade version was released on the PlayStation 2 on an arcade compilation called Taito Legends 2. So clearly fans wanted to play Legend of Kage and other Taito arcade games at home. Or it was just a bold overestimate.
Yeah, I think
Taito
so.
was the company that made Space Invaders in '78.
Superior.
It was one of the
Awesome
biggest
game.
arcade classics to ever exist. They also made Bubble Bobble, a game that
Awesome.
pisses me off, but it's still pretty good.
Awesome
So
game.
I don't know how they could go from designing shit like Legend of Kage to classics like Bubble Bobble in the span of a year. They're opposites, like Light and Shadow. But how many of their other arcade games were shit?
I can't really name that many noteworthy Taito titles, to be honest, but they apparently made enough to fill up 2 whole PlayStation 2 discs. I mean, that's kind of like saying I filled 2 toilets full of diarrhea. It's an accomplishment. Make no question about it.
Oh, God.
Never in my life have I heard of Kiki Kai Kai Shack and Pop or Violence Fight. Violence Fight.
Okay, so in a few weeks, we're going from Legend of Kage to The Legend of Taito with Taito Legends 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 2. Will it be a shitload of fuck or a fuckload of shit? Tune in next time to find out.
I get the feeling it'll be good. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the those arcade classics are gonna be. It's gonna be good. I mean, yeah, it's gonna have Legend of Kage, which definitely sucks, but Bubble Bobble, that's a damn good game. Space Invaders, that game is going to stand true as a solid game for the end of time. There's not really anything wrong with that game. And there's been a bunch of games made that are directly inspired by it. I mean, didn't Galaga come out later? And Galaxian, which are both from Namco, another big-time arcade company, at least back then. Now they make games on all the consoles, of course, with Tekken, was it Soul Calibur? The first Soul Calibur ever was Soul Blade on the PlayStation, which I used to own that game. Of course, now Namco, or now called Namco Bandai, as they took over the Bandai company that made games in the 90s. But anyways, Namco Bandai, they also worked on Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, with Sakurai leading the charge, of course, and Nintendo's backing. But anyways, excuse me. Just had some food earlier. This was a lot of fun to watch. I'm actually really glad he decided to take on this game. Because, yeah, this game definitely has some major problems. It is a frustrating game. It shouldn't be, but it is. Anyways, that will complete this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And click that bell icon to have me notifications. And check out my other AVGN React videos. I actually have a playlist of AVGN React videos. It's mostly AVGN episodes, but I included a It's Bullshit React, as well as a react to just some random Cinemasker video where James Rolfe and the people from Screenwave went to the very last blockbuster that was still in existence in Bend, Oregon. I don't know if it's still around now, thanks to the pandemic, but it was still there at the time. Anyways, that'll do it. Thank you so much.